Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
My name is Lily.
My name is Diana.
my name is Huda.
My name is Fatin.
My name is Akila. So today we'll be discuss about quality of educations in Malaysia.
So today I'm going to talk about level of education in primary and secondary school.
And today I'm gonna talk about higher education.
To improve the quality education in Malaysia.
And basically we have three level of educations in Malaysia, which is the first one is preschools, starts from the age of 4 to 6 years old, and sometimes parents tend to send their kids earlier than their age. And then second, we have elementary school or primary schools, which starts from the age of 7 to 12 years old. And then lastly, we have secondary schools, starts from the age of 13 to 17 years old. So each level of educations, they offer the public and private of education, which is the public are run by the government and the private from the big companies and usually from the outside or foreign companies. So each level of education, we have formal and informal education or approaches. So the formal are mostly in the classroom, where consists of students and the teachers, and they are more focused on the books, on the works, paper sheet, worksheet like that. And then the informal educations are outside of the class, more on the activities, more on their physicals. Preschool education is also known as nursery school, pre-primary schools, kindergartens or play schools. It is an establishment of education or learning spaces for early education for children before they start compulsory education at primary schools. It may be operated privately or publicly, and most of it are government subsidized. Preschool education helps in children's social, emotional, personal growth and development. Although children learn how to talk at home, but whenever they are at preschools, they learn how to communicate with the same age groups, where they learn how to develop their social skills, and the teachers help them to enhance their communication skills. The problem in preschool's education starts when the parents start have the mindsets or mentality where it's wasting their time and money for sending their kids to preschools because they thought that they can teach their kids at home rather than sending them to schools. But actually the surrounding itself help them to develop their social skills. And other than that, it's also affected by factors like monies, and might be the house area doesn't have any preschools, and that actually not really good for child's development.
Education is a process to gain knowledge, skills, values and belief. So education can be achieved everywhere in the world. Primary education is typically the first stage of formal education, which is after preschool and before secondary school. Primary education takes place in primary school, elementary school and first and middle school depending on the situation or location. A secondary school is an organization that provides secondary education and the building where this takes place.
Higher education is education beyond the secondary level of education. This education usually provided by a college or an university. The first type of higher education level that is available here in Malaysia is public institution. Public institution is government funded under the view of Ministry of Education. They can be divided into three major categories. The first category is public university. Public university offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs. Some university offer a pre-university foundation year and diploma courses. They can be divided into three major groups, which is research university, focus university and comprehensive university. There are currently 20 such institutions here in Malaysia. The next one is polytechnic and community college. Polytechnic and community college offer program at certificate and diploma. And the third one is public college, which offers certificate and diploma level programs. The second type of higher education that is available here in Malaysia is private university. There are currently 41 private universities here in Malaysia. Compared to university college, university often have bigger student facilities and campus, conductive postgraduate research programs, and degree in their own names. The third type of higher education that is available here in Malaysia is university college. This university college is usually more smaller in size compared to university and have smaller number of students. Students who choose to obtain a degree awarded by a reputable foreign international university usually have the flexibility to spend their time either fully in Malaysia or 1 year abroad at the awarding university home country. The next type of higher education that is available in Malaysia is accredited training center. Accredited skill training center are institutions registered under the Department of Skills Development that run training courses to equip students with specialized technical and vocational skills. Accredited by the Malaysian government, such as courses provide pathway that enable students to gain internationally recognized qualification. The next one is language center. Education institutions that fall under this category primarily offer language courses, although some of them also offer computer literacy training and other skills training. The next one is college. College in Malaysia are usually privately owned institutions that do not have their own degree awarding power. College usually come with excellent facilities comparable to other universities in Malaysia. The last one is international branch campus. Malaysia took a step forward in internationalization of higher education by opening its doors for reputable foreign universities to set up their campus in Malaysia. Currently, there are 10 foreign branch campuses that originate from Australia, United Kingdom, Ireland and China.
The first step to improve the quality of education in Malaysia we need to more focus on English language. The school and education institution in Malaysia are laying more focus on English. However, even more effort are required to be undertaken to teach and popularize English among students. It has been ensured that the Malay students are taught English from a young age, which will help them to achieve a good command over the language. When the student will work in a multinational company or study abroad in the future, their proficiency in English will help them to thrive and succeed. The next way is encourage students to develop critical thinking skills. Educators must encourage and induce students to develop critical thinking skills and avoid rote learning techniques. The purpose of education is to enable students to understand and achieve their potential, not to test their memory and speed. The third one is implement interactive style of teaching. Malaysia schools and education institutions are required to implement an interactive style of teaching as it requires greater level of interaction between teachers and students. The schools that implement an interactive style of teaching fare better than the schools that don't implement such teaching style. Promote extracurricular activities and organize co-curricular events. Schools and educational institutions should promote extracurricular activities and encourage the students to participate in them. Schools and organize co-curricular events to refresh the mind and spirits of students and help them to develop a well-rounded personality. These extracurricular activities and events will help the school to develop a more open culture and ensure the physical and mental well-being of the students.
For the conclusion, education is more pressed to undertake more improvement in trying to cope with the demand of education in 21st century. We need to constantly compare ourselves to that of more developed nation. And this is especially true with the field of education. This is to ensure that our people will be able to complete the international borderless world. The future of any country depends on its people. It is therefore important to ensure that everyone is occupied with the necessary knowledge, skill, and value for survive in this highly competitive and globalized world, which is impacted by rapid development in science, technology, and information. We need to improve the Malaysian curriculum in order to create effective lesson yet in enjoyable environment for the student to learning. Hopefully, the teaching and learning process become more effective so that student will be easy adapt the learning. In order for Malaysia to reach the level of development country, education should be the foundation of the aspiration. Education in Malaysia require more change as well as ideal and realistic policies and implementation so that it will be able to produce human capital that are scientific, knowledgeable, and competent.